Hey folks, welcome back. In this video, I will be explaining about the concepts of custom header based routing and redirects with respect to the query string and the host header for the AWS application load balancer using Terraform. So as you can see on the screen, this is the architecture which I'll be implementing, and this is based on the previous two videos, the previous two concepts, which is the application load balancer with respect to context based routing and then host header based routing. This is based on the previous two videos. Make sure you check it out and then follow this one. Over here, what I will be implementing is that, for example, if we register our custom headers, for example, my app1 or app1, my app2 or app2, that will be redirected to certain applications. For example, in this example, let me show you the code. In the listener rules, what I have done is that I have mentioned the custom headers as app1 and my app1, and these two will be routed to the target group index 0, which is the first application, which is right over here, and this will be routed to the A1 EC2 instances across both the private subnets. Likewise, if we check the second rule, let me show you. Yeah, so this is rule number 2, and once we put the URL /app2 or my app2, that will be routed to the index 1, which is this. That is the application which is installed in EC2, and that is AC2, which is right over here. So if you give any custom headers like app1 or my app1, it will go to the A1 instances, and if you give app2 or my app2, that will be load balanced across the A2 EC2 instances. So that is with respect to custom header. And redirects. So what is a redirect? For example, if we give any query, like for example with the key value pairs, that will be routed to a certain application. For example, let me show you the third rule over here. And so the key is going to be website and the value is going to be YouTube. If these two are given, it will be redirected to my YouTube channel. So let's test it out. apps.akshayashok.com/click/query starts with a question mark, website equals to YouTube, and there you go. So now my custom DNS is routing to my YouTube channel. And let's see the fourth listener rules right over here. And if we give our custom header, like for example linkedin.akshaydevops.click, that will be redirected to my LinkedIn profile. How is it actually working? This linkedin.akshaydevops.click will be registered in our DNS, which is right over here. That will be registered over here, and this goes to the HTTP listener index 0, which is right over here, and goes to this part. And once it is redirected to the HTTPS, then it will be redirected from that point. It will be redirected to linkedin.com/in/akshayashok1991, which is my LinkedIn profile. Let's check that out as well. linkedin.akshaydevops.click. There we go. So now it is redirected to my LinkedIn profile, and with the string query, it got redirected to my YouTube channel, and with my host header redirects, it is going to my LinkedIn profile. So this is about rule 4 and rule 3. Let me explain how rule 2 is actually working. So if we check rule number 2, the host header name is, the HTTP header name is custom header, and the value is app2 or my app2. How are we testing this? So there is a website known as REST Ninja. This is basically used to check the REST API calls. Okay, and since we have given the HTTP header name as custom header and the values as app1 or my app1, that will be redirected to the index 0, and there's, I'm sorry, target index number 1, which is the application number 2. Let's check that. App2, let's send the request. Yes, it's going to application number 2. Let's check app2. And it's going to application 2. Similarly, let's check with application number 1. Redirects. Yes, it's going to app 1 and then my apps. Yes, so it is going to the application number 1, such as rule number 1 right over here. So this is rule number 1. So app1, my app1 is getting redirected to the first thing, which is right over here, private EC2 instances number 1, and the app2 and my app2 custom headers is getting redirected to the private EC2 instances of number 2, which is right over here. So this was a basic implementation of it, and after that we also implemented the query string and the host headers, and this is the entire code, and I have submitted the code in my GitHub repository, and the link is in the description. Make sure you check it out. In the next video, I will be explaining how DNS 2DB implementation actually works. Okay, that's going to be an interesting topic. Let's check it out.